Here's an IBM Thinkpad. This is a 760 LD, or 76 old. Could be that too. Somebody had, that I used to work with years ago, gave this to me. They had it laying around for a long time. It is color, which is evidenced by the color IBM logo. Kind of like how Apple used to do that years ago, where when their Apple logo was in color to show off the fact that their computers were color. Your typical track point, pointing device, clit mouse, tit mouse, whatever you want to call it. They put speakers here, and this keyboard actually raises up. I don't know if you could see on the side here at that handle. And if I go to close it, it goes and drops down and picks up when I open the screen. It creaks a little bit, but it works. And very simple. It just catches in this track here. There's a little track. This hook catches in it, and that raises and lowers it. Simple, nice design that works every time. This is your volume control here that you can raise and lower, and your screen brightness. They're all manual controls. I haven't turned this on in forever. Let's take a look at everything else. This came to me, like I said, from an ex-coworker. It was broken out in the front, unfortunately, but nothing you can do about that. Not much to see on the bottom here. It's just a big, I mean, look at the thickness of this thing. That's like 2 inches thick almost. Pretty big laptop, but still very portable in that you could just grab it and take it around. Heavy as hell too. To go over the ports here, we'll start right here because that's where we are. I guess maybe the battery goes in there, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what all of these ports are. This, obviously that's the power button. Headphone out, I guess that's line in or microphone, and it has a weird ring around it. That's kind of odd. These are for options it doesn't have. Maybe that might be a TV out, and I have no idea what that's for. Or a cellular modem. And I don't want to really play with that, but anyway. Around the back, it has no ports whatsoever, because they're hiding. These little things, one of them had fallen off over the years, covering the screw. You had a little slider door here for your docking station. And I will have a docking station with another ThinkPad in an upcoming video. Proprietary power connector. I'm not sure if that hole actually serves a purpose, but this opens to reveal the rest of your ports. Some sort of proprietary port. Nothing's marked. It does say here. I can't make out what that symbol is supposed to mean. Reset button right there. VGA, parallel, serial, and of course your power. And on this side, PS2, you see there's a little crack in the case there. You can use a splitter on that for a PS2 keyboard and mouse. This will work with PCM-CIA cards. I don't know if it will take card bus. I don't think so, because it was well before then. And I don't know exactly when this laptop is from. There's a little lock thingamajobber here. I'm not really sure. That actually closes off that port there to lock it down with a cable. I don't know if you can actually see there's a thing in there. See it move? Power adapter has just got this little shorty power cord on it. I think all the information is under all this stuff, but I really don't care. It's got that 4-pin connector you saw before, but look at the size of this power plug and how huge it is and how far it sticks out. Let me see if I can open this with one hand. One more try. Yep. Creak. It's plugged in. We'll apply power. These generally didn't have any indicator lights, but I don't know if anything is supposed to light on the LCD at this point. So I think we just sort of try to power it on now. Oh yeah. 40 mega RAM, ThinkPad. So if I turn that, get rid of the glare. Wow. Oop, bad hard drive. No, it's loading. There you go, Windows 98. Floppy drive indicator, but this machine is not equipped with a floppy drive. To install Windows 98 on this, at the time I had no way of booting this thing. I forget how I did it. I don't think this thing will actually boot off the CD, or it didn't boot off the CD I had. So using another ThinkPad, I was able to actually dump a floppy drive in there and get it somewhat loaded, I think to like a DOS prompt, and then I was able to, with the drivers it loaded, MSC decks and all that kind of great shit, I was able to actually launch setup from the CD. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, that old desktop I used to have. That old desktop picture. I like that. The camera makes this look a lot more vibrant than it actually is. It's kind of dull. Windows has updated your clock as a result of daylight savings time. Press OK. And it says it's January 24th, 2016. It's actually the 23rd. And the time is only an hour off. It's about 8 something. And sound. Damn. What a sweet machine. Oh look, there's some picture slideshow things there. Well, that's going to be in the very next video. But this is just to show that it does work. Oh, there was also, I forgot to mention, an infrared port on the back. Right over all those ports right on the back where that docking connector was and stuff like that. Windows 98 doesn't really tell you what kind of processor is in it and that, so I really don't remember. This I think is for the infrared. Your sound, obviously. You can adjust the volume there, but it does have an actual manual volume control. Yeah, it says here it's a genuine Intel Pentium R processor, but it doesn't tell you the speed. This is actually 98 second edition, and I don't remember actually having a disc for second edition, but I actually did. I forget if I just cleaned up what was on here or what. It looks like a pretty fresh install, so I'm not sure. Been too long. It shows 40 meg of RAM. I forget what it said before, but maybe something updated somewhere, and that might be why. Device mangler, PCMCIA socket. It says PCMCIA controller. It does not say card bus, so that answers that. Your infrared, it's a virtual infrared COM port and a virtual infrared LPT port. Yes, back in the day you could print using your infrared. It has an ES1688 audio drive chip for the sound. System devices don't say much here. Not much really to see on such an ancient machine. I did have a network adapter at one point. It's got dial-up stuff. For a modem it doesn't have. Default monitor. Why there's 4 of them I have no idea. And an IBM Thinkpad Cyber 9320/85/82VL. That's it. And just a plain Sanyo CD-ROM. The hard drive looks to be 700 something meg. Maybe it's like 750 or something like that. And there's still 350 meg free. So that's about all I can think of with this. It's just another ancient old laptop. But it's here and it does work. Now I'd like to use this thing. Here's the Kingston 4 gig card. And it does detect it, and it comes up, but this machine for some reason was never really able to read it. But just for a blast from the past, when I go to put this in, instead of having your standard Windows like USB Connect sound, check this out. Just get it plugged in. You remember that? From way back in the day? See, it comes up, but it shows nothing on it. It may be that Windows 98 doesn't want to read this card because it's 4 gig. Although I do have it formatted as FAT rather than, FAT16 rather than FAT32, which it may not agree with on a volume of this size. I really don't know. I don't remember what the limitations were. And there's a way that you're supposed to go in here and stop it. And now I can safely remove it. But that's no fun because then it doesn't make the disconnect. Oh, it does actually. It makes the disconnect sound. So here's the D-Link Ethernet card from KD9BWI. And let's see if we can get that installed on this Windows 98 machine, which will actually aid me in creating the next video. I have the disk already in the drive. You can see it says Untitled Disk. I'll stick this card in. I'm not going to hook it up right now, but that'll be in the next video. Plug it in. It found something. That's good. Oh, it needs drivers. No kidding. Alright, well, we have them right on the disk. We will... I forget how this works. We'll hit search. We'll check that off and uncheck these just to see what'll happen, just for shits and giggles. Right, I figured I would have to point it to exactly the right location. So now we're going to go to drive D, under drivers, Win98, click OK, click Next. You can hear the drive spin up. Oh, look at that. It likes that kind. Next. I hope it don't need no fucking Windows disk because I don't have that kind handy. Alright. It's loading. Shit. Well, I'm going to have to look around for that kind. I just remembered sometimes this trick would work. And if you can't find it there, you put System 32. It doesn't like that. I'll hit cancel. See if I could find the disk somewhere. I did have Windows 98 SE. Cool. Alright, one last thing that I noticed that I don't know if I showed when I turned it on initially. There's actually a clock on here when you turn it on. That kind of stuff probably isn't going to work unless this was like the original load of 3.1 or 95, if it even came with that. See right there? That's kind of cool. So we'll get this guy booted up again. I love the hard drive sound. Listen. It's going to spin up. Isn't that a wonderful sound? Take 2. Plug that in. It's detected. And in a few moments it'll start pestering for drivers and all kinds of stuff it needs. It's got to think about it for a while. This is Windows 98. Now you got to remember the kind of era that we were in here. Oh, something's happening. Alright, it's doing more waiting and thinking and hourglassing. Maybe I actually have to hit it manually through Device Manager because I kind of stopped the installation before. So let's do that. We'll go to Device Mangler, and oddly enough, now it just shows it's installed. That's weird. I never gave it the drivers it wanted. So we'll hit Properties, which I did, but maybe I'll hit Properties again, because sometimes it doesn't listen. You know how that goes. Driver. Update driver. I'll have to pop in the driver disk again. I'll pop that back in the drive right there. And is that what I want? I don't think that's what I wanted. We'll say have disk. It's all the same fucking difference. Browse. I think it's D:\Win98, but we'll have to find out. Here we go. Wow, remember this dialog box? Damn, this is going back, isn't it? Ah, it's Derver's Win98. See, I never would have gotten that. So we'll OK that. That's the driver we want. We'll hit OK. The disk spins up. Hit OK. That's fine. Hit OK. Don't ding at me. Now it found it. I'll click Next. This is exciting, man. I mean, just to get shit working. I mean, you know, it was plug and pray. And that's pretty much what we're doing here. Now it wants a Windows 98 disk. So we'll take this guy out, put this guy in, wait for that to read. We'll click OK. It found it. It's reading shit off the disk. Now it'll install right. And we're going to end it as soon as that's definitely installed. It's probably going to ask for a reboot, but the hell with that. And this video will continue on in another video featuring this same machine, showing what you can do with an old laptop. And we'll use this one as an example, and then I still have 5 other old laptops that I could show you. Well, that's exciting there, isn't it? It's installing something. File being copied is older. Do you want to keep the newer file? Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep it. Installing away. It has finished installing the driver I wanted. Yes, we'll restart, but I'll say no because I want to shut it down and show you how elegantly this machine actually powers off. It is ACPI, so it will power off. It doesn't give you the "it is now safe to turn off your computer" message that you may remember back from these days. I'll pop the Tocadiscos out because I don't need that kind right now anymore. And we will go and shut it down. Shut down. Wow, restart in MS-DOS mode. What a blast from the fucking past. And that's it. The video driver on this thing is a little wonky. That's why it keeps giving those flashes of odd screens in between. I don't know why it does that, but it doesn't hinder any kind of performance or anything like that. So that's pretty much it. But anyway, that's pretty much the deal with this one. Kind of a nice piece just to have. And again, I will have a video coming up of what you can do with old laptops pretty soon. So this also, I found out a little bit of information. This came with, on Wikipedia, it said it came with a Pentium 1 90/120. So I don't know if that was like a high or a low power, or it had to do more with you had your choice of, getting it with a 90 or a 120. The screen on this goes to a maximum of 800 by 600 resolution. The next model up, the 760E, I think it was, goes to 1024 by 768. This machine was released, this series, I should say, the 760 series, was released originally in 1995 and was finally discontinued in 1998. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.